Good morning students. Welcome to SNBTM free online bridge course. Today we are going to learn about topic cell. What is the cell? What is the history of the cell? And now first of all we will discuss about history of the cell. The history means first what rises in our mind. Who discovered a cell? Who discovered a cell? A scientist named Robert Hooke. A scientist named Robert Hooke discovered a cell. How he discovered a cell? Firstly, he made a slide of a cork. Firstly, he made a slide of a cork. What is meant by cork? Cork is nothing but a bark. Nothing but a bark. Bark is a dead tissue. It is a dead tissue. Firstly, the scientist Robert Hooke made a slide of a cork. He made a slide of a cork. Cork is nothing but a bark. It is a dead tissue. And he observed the slide of a cork in a microscope made by Hudson. And then he observed some hexagonal structures in that slide. Some hexagonal structures in that slide. I should not say cell before because after this he named it as a cell. Till now it is not named it as a cell, and he observed some hexagonal structures. Inside this structure there is nothing is present. It is empty, and honeycomb like structure and some compartment like structures he observed, and later he named it as a cell. Later he named it as a cell. What is cell? In his sense it means it is a Latin word and means a small rooms. He observed a hexagonal structure. Now we know the organelles like nucleus and all this. And at the time he observed some hexagonal structure with the empty inside. Nothing is present. He observed like it as a small rooms. So he named it as a cell. And this contribution of Robert Hooke is a great contribution in the field of biology. In the field of biology, the contribution of a Robert Hooke is concluded as a very great contribution. This becomes a base for the next further studies of the cell. And Robert Hooke is also called as, the scientist Robert Hooke is also called as father of cytology. The scientist Robert Hooke is also called as father of cytology. What is meant by cytology? The cytology is the branch of science, that deals with the study of cells. What is meant by cytology? Who is father of cytology? Firstly, the father of cytology is Robert Hooke. The scientist Robert Hooke is also called as father of cytology. And what is meant by cytology, children? The branch of science that deals with the study of cells. It is called as cytology. And after this, another scientist come forward. The scientist named Antony von Leeuwenhoek. Antony von Leeuwenhoek. Till here we observed a cell only in dead tissue. But the Antony von, then who said all the living organisms are made up of cell? The further another scientist who named as Antony von Leeuwenhoek said that all living organisms are made up of a cell. What is contribution Antony von Leeuwenhoek scientist? All living organisms are made up of cells. What is this contribution? His contribution? The Anthony van Leeuwenhoek contribution is all living organisms are made up of a cell. This is, children, this is a history of cell, and now we will discuss about what is the definition of the cell. What is cell, children? And the cell is a structural and functional basic smallest unit of a life. What, children? Repeat. A cell is a structural, functional, basic, smallest unit of a life. What is a cell, children? A cell is a structural and functional and a basic smallest unit of a life. What? How can we understand this definition, children? Firstly, we take basic. Let me give an example that I take a wall. What is the basic unit of the wall? The basic unit of a wall is a brick. What is that, children? The basic unit of a wall is a brick. By putting together brick by brick, a huge buildings are formed. In the same way, by getting together of cells, by multiplying of cells, by putting all the cells one, huge organism is forming. That means the smallest unit of the huge buildings, what? Brick. A wall is made up of bricks, and the smallest unit of a wall is brick. In the same way, the smallest unit of an organism is a cell. So we call it as a basic and smallest unit of a life of the cell. Basic and smallest unit of a life of the life. Children, and the cell is it can survive individually also. The group of cells make tissues, children, and if we separate a cell from a tissue also, it can survive individually. It has a life. We cannot separate organelles from the cells separately. If we do it, then the cell cannot survive. That means the cell is living alone. It can live independently because it is the smallest and basic unit of a life. And children, what are the functions? The cell perform all functions in the body. What are the functions? Like reproduction, respiration, digestion, and so many functions are there, children, etc., etc. And this type of functions are done by cell. All type of functions are done by cell. Now we will talk about level of organisms. Before learning level of organisms, we will learn about unicellular and multicellular organisms. Depending upon the number of cells present in an organism, the organisms are divided into two types. How many types, children? Two types. One is unicellular and other is multicellular. Depending upon the number of cells, the organisms are classified into two types: unicellular organisms and multicellular organisms. In the unicellular organism, that means uni means only one cell is present. What, students? Only one cell is present, and this one cell is responsible for performing all the functions in that body. For example, we take amoeba. Example, or yeast, amoeba, paramecium. In their body, only one cell is present. For example, we draw amoeba. amoeba, and in this only one cell is present. This unicellular organisms, only one cell is present, and that one cell is responsible performing all the functions like respiration, digestion, for the movement and reproduction. Everything is done by only one cell. Now coming to the multicellular, what is meant by multicellular? Multi means many, more than one cell. How many cells? More than one cell. Then many cells, maybe trillion or million, and how many cells also it cannot be countable. It will come under multicellular organisms. And example for this: plants, animals, and all living organisms like plants and animals come under these multicellular organisms. So what I said, children, depending upon the number of cells present in an organism, the organisms are classified into two types. One is unicellular and other is multicellular. Unicellular, what is uni? Uni means only one cell is present. And what are examples? Like yeast, amoeba and paramecium. In this only one cell is present, children, and that one cell is responsible for performing all the functions in that body. And in multicellular organisms, it may be more than one and maybe trillion or million, how we cannot countable. And example, plants, animals are come under this multicellular organism. Students, now we will study about level of organisms in multicellular organisms. What, children? Level of multicellular organisms. Why I written multicellular only? I am saying level of multicellular organisms because in unicellular organisms only one cell is present, students. So I said level of multicellular organisms. What is a basic unit of a life, children? Any living organism, the basic unit of life, what I said already previously, that cell is a basic unit of life. Group of cells is group of cells combined to form tissues. What, children? Tissues. Means which type of cells, children? A cell present in nervous system and a cell present in lungs can prepare a tissue? No. Can form a tissue? No. A cells which perform same kind of function, similar function, then only the similar kind of functions performed cells and come together to form tissues. And the group of tissues, combination of tissues, organs are formed. Generally the organs are two types, children. One is external and internal. External means the organs which we see appear like eyes, hands, legs, and the organs, internal organs like lungs, heart, stomach, and the group of tissues combination gives organs. And the group of organs form organosystem. Organ system means, suppose we take buccal cavity and esophagus and stomach and small intestine, large intestine, and so and so. It is one organous system, digestive system, and other respiratory system, reproductive system. There are so many types of organ system. So many organ systems are present in body. The group of organs, as I said here, that performing similar kind of functions are come together. Group of organs and then form organ system. And group of organ system forms body. We can say from top to bottom also, students, a body is made up of a group of organ system, and organ system is made by group of organs, and organs are made up of group of tissues, and the tissues are made up of group of cells. I hope that everyone understands this topic. Now, this is about history of the cell, and the cell, how depending upon the number of cell, how we classify unicellular and multicellular and cell. Thank you, children. Good day. And